our station number. Don't forget it, cram it, love it, and know it. Now it's time for one of my favorite programs on this show. I mean, it probably is your favorite too because everything and anything that has to do with food. It's time for Your Chef, Your Health with, of course, our celebrity chef, Chef Shingi, the ultimate Braai Master South Africa participant, an entrepreneur who operates a business called Outdoor Kitchen. Chef, okay. You know what? Just to know what Chef Shingi is a true chef, he came to the show bearing gifts. Bearing gifts. As always, love it that way.
Or as expected, maybe that's the better way of putting it. Yeah, because like, you know what, sometimes I like walk in and I can literally just tell naslule nasifara nini boza ningaona ukuthi ndashika snatch ndakabata.
Whoa.
You know, and this is Lulan, especially Lulan. She's like the one that gives me the eyes, and then I know whether it's like acceptable or not, or maybe like next time I must.
Now that she's allowed to do that, I will be expecting you to bring a platter next week. Because matukanganwa shafla wedu ka. Speaking of which, we're currently live on Facebook, so please make sure you tune in. If you are unable, to listen to the full program, you can catch it later on because so I got a tip from a little birdie and chocolate. Every woman's favorite.
Oh, you know it. And it should be every guy's favorite too, because you know what, this show's actually got a lot to do with health, right?
Yes.
And you'll be surprised, like chocolate has got so many health benefits that comes with it, and you would never know unless you're tuning into the show and you're listening in. And
you know, I'm actually still curious to find more information about this, because most people say Kuti, dark chocolate is the one that's the healthy one. So I want to know, Kuti, are they right, or maybe they are just pulling our leg? All chocolates are healthy. I don't know.
Yeah, not all of them,
Not
obviously,
all of
because
them.
like most chocolates are made for indulgence and all that. Saka, you find that like that dark effect, or like the richness from just the dark chocolate alone is sort of like mellowed down by the copious amount of sugar that people are putting in chocolate bars that are being sold in on the supermarket shelves. So like you want to like really lean towards dark chocolate instead of like,
interesting.
my chocolate
Now that a chef has said
change.
it. Hansi, my chocolate a change.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, you really got me on that one.
yeah, so like we're also like moving towards Nana February, and you know what happens in February? It's the month of love.
It's
right?
our month.
So like we're trying. It's both our months.
No, it's our month.
I promise you, it has to be both ways.
No, I joke.
But
I
we
joke.
can have this discussion after, because like this is the sweet seduction of chocolate, guys. Like it's one of those things that really got some more of a benefit than you'd actually think. And dark chocolate, as you say, which is like 70% cocoa or higher, that's what dark chocolate actually is packed with lots of antioxidants. It's got lots of my flavonoids, fighter inflammation. So like when you're actually feeling like you're sore or like there's a pain somewhere, if you eat chocolate, it's not just a psychological thing that's like soothing you. It's literally because of what's packed in there. And it's also said that it's helping to improve blood flow and lower blood pressure. So it's like eating vegetables, except like they're more delicious.
I was just about to say that's the most delicious vegetable there is then.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it doesn't even stop there. It's literally good for your heart too, like figuratively and also like literally. Because, we're going to be using a lot of this next month to try and cure or improve my emotional conditions and the like. But, like studies do show that dark chocolate actually improves the heart health. And, you can't go wrong if you have the right recipes. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep sharing more and more so that we make you believe, because it's brain food too. Do you know that? Like the flavonoids in chocolates can actually boost cognitive function.
What?
Believe it. I promise you, like studies have shown. And in other words, it just makes you smarter. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, so, you want to consume lots of proper chocolate, and you will actually see that it's not such a guilt trip after all, and it's actually a happiness package and a very good deal because it's like no stimulate my endorphins, a happiness, and that's all we need in this life. I think this year more than ever, I personally want to be an advocate for happiness. Like I've, I've been through like especially when a summer chef period came na December, November, that festive period is really hectic and like you stress so much and you're always up on your feet, working long hours, short nights, and yeah, like I've reached a point where I even cracked last year because like the workload was just hectic, and lots of travels in between. And I said to myself, you know what, like, I don't think I'm happy, eh? Like people look at me and they say, look, Rita, you're doing what you love and
you
that's what
do
matters.
it with a smile on your face.
You have to mask it sometimes, like, I mean, if you're going to feed someone and you wear a frown while you're presenting your food to
that's
them,
true.
then they're going to feel good. Maybe kind of like they'll find something that's not okay with the food. So like this year, let's be an advocate for happiness, guys. Like I want to be that, and I want to do it through food. So like we're gonna share some versatile recipes that you can use with chocolate that are actually, not so like guilt. Like you don't have to feel guilt tripped for consuming enough chocolate, not like too much. Enough chocolate if you use these recipes. And we'll start with a smoothie, guys. I mean, you can never go wrong with a smoothie, you know this, right? And what better is a smoothie that has chocolate in it?
You just Chef Shingika, I can't tell you how many females that you're helping because during the time of the month for females, right? There's this hormone called estrogen, so it lowers our sugar levels. That's why you find that most females crave sugary stuff when they are during their cycle. So if you give us these recipes, you'll be, especially me, because I'm tired of just eating raw chocolate. I need something else.
Yeah,
so
you
a
need to give
smoothie,
it something that makes it feel better when you take it, because in this smoothie you'll find that the dark chocolate, there's some dark chocolate, there's some berries in there's some frozen banana. So a secret, guys, if you freeze your bananas in smoothies, it's gonna make your smoothie much richer. So what I actually do, right, because do you know that like my fruits akawanda, right, they're measured, the nutrition content is actually measured from the skin. So you'll find that like most of the stats that you see about bananas also actually include the skin itself.
Oh, you don't
right?
say.
I promise you. And what I do with my smoothie, right, because I don't like to water it down with ice, okay, I will like put bananas in the freezer and they will freeze. Okay, so when you take it out, it's gonna like the skin is gonna be like black, like it's gonna look like it's off or whatever, but it's not, I promise you. And you just want to slice it up because the knife can run through it nicely like butter. Then put it into your blender and use that as like a form of ice, okay, or something that really makes your smoothie a smoothie, right?
Yeah.
So 2 frozen bananas for this recipe, guys, take down. Okay, and then you're gonna need 1 cup of mixed berries. So any berries that are in season. Right now we've got strawberries. We just had blueberries, but like I think they're running out now.
Yeah.
But like really any berries that you can find on the supermarket shelves, you want to make 1 cup of those with 2 frozen bananas, and you'll have some unsweetened cocoa powder, guys. So it's important because the chocolate consumer haina ma-additives kunyanyanya sugar ndo inoita kuti chocolate izoita unhealthy, guys. Like all the other things that they add to it are what actually then makes chocolate unhealthy most of the time. So you want to make sure that you have 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder with your mixed berries and your your frozen bananas, and then you use to sweeten some honey, and then you don't feel bad after all.
Yeah.
Right. So natural sugars, guys, are the ones if you want to cheat and you want that extra bit of like flavor depth, and you can use some maple syrup, but just not too much, like enough to taste. So 1 tablespoon is like enough for this recipe right here. And then if you want to be healthy, you choose like any milk that's non-dairy. I don't mind at all. Like I'll use just a plain normal sort of whole fresh full cream milk, but you can use almond milk, you can use any type of milk, like just so that you can make it a little bit more healthier, right?
Yeah.
And there you go. You want to blitz it up, blend it all together, and you will have this nice fresh smoothie that soothes your buds all the way to the core. And this is like a nice crunchy breakfast or a dessert, especially if you serve with some granola. It's like
Ooh.
if you want to make your smoothie extra chunky, you can just chuck in like some granola in there, and then good tatopedza breakfast sorted. And I get a dessert which chinorara soka auende kunorara wakanyanya kuguta steak kana udidi, but like you're so filled, you're nourished, you feel good, the chocolate has done its job on your hormones, and you're feeling happy than ever. And while we're on that drink thing, one of my favorite drinks is a spicy chai latte.
Oh.
Now, this is a spicy drink that's actually got chocolate, and it's a hot beverage, right? It's a latte.
Yes.
Except it's spicy and it's also like hot chocolate. And I promise you, guys, like, this is something that you actually want to try. So, do you know how much chocolate actually elevates flavors? Like, my flavors, I no compliment when chocolate, so like cinnamon, and nutmeg.
I was just
cardamom.
about to say, could see. If anything, I've come across almost a chocolate everything: an orange chocolate, chili chocolate.
Yeah.
I've come across the chocolate with chili bites.
Ooh, that chili chocolate, I know the one you're talking about. Oh my gosh, it's flipping nice.
Yeah.
And I tell you, chocolate plus spices equals magic, guys. So let's like do this thing and try a whole new level. Try a warm Valentine's drink like I was saying, ka spicy chai latte. Recipe kenyu akanika spicy hot chocolate. So you're gonna have some milk, okay? You're gonna have some dark cocoa powder. You're gonna have some honey, some cinnamon, because you can find cinnamon pretty much everywhere, and just a pinch of some chili powder, and see what happens there, guys. Chocolate and chili, it actually just works, and it's like a magic charm that you had never known you could put on your partner this Valentine's Day, because my kids are nice.
This Valentine's Day, my man is getting chili chocolate.
Chocolate and bacon? Wow, look at Lolan. I don't I trust
chocolate and bacon.
Wait, have you tried it?
Yes.
On a pancake, on a waffle.
You understand?
I do.
Have you tried it? Tell us where and when.
And then you tell us the recipe.
Yes.
Okay, when you talk fry a bacon cake,
Yes,
and
man.
already it's salted, right? It's salty. Then you melt your chocolate, put it on top of your bacon, pancakes.
Done.
My friend.
I think this is me this weekend.
Okay.
Like, so I'm actually going to be away in the mountains this weekend. I'll be in Matare, maybe up to Vumba, as far as Vumba. So I will need like a bush breakfast. Easy go, easy come, easy go. So I think I'll definitely do some showing off on the group and just show people
Please
that
do.
you can actually put chocolate and bacon together, like Llewellyn says. That's what I'm outdoor pancakes.
Yeah, with chocolate and bacon, it's giving. But we might as well talk about chocolate and porridge, because I mean, making traditional porridge is not boring. Throw in some chocolate and cinnamon in there and honey. No Buddha.
You're like really, really good at this thing where like you can imagine how to do it,
You see,
and inspire the rest of us. And I think this is the way to go. Like, why not infuse some chocolate in your traditional porridge? I don't see why.
I
it's
also
not
don't
being
see
done,
why.
right?
Njani.
It's because people are buying the wrong chocolate and they're being told it's bad for you. So just stock up, guys, on some good cocoa and some good dark chocolate. Remember, good chocolate is 70% and above. Speaking of which, like I know not ice cream in chocolate.
Ndaiona because
That was the point.
let me look away because I can't eat in here. So
But this is also so that you return the favor, guys.
aiwa chef guys, isuthi kakudira ichikafu munotogona kufainta with the way it will be tasteful.
No, we're sharing tips here for a reason. We're not actually sharing them so that you don't use them. You actually need to go back and, make something out of it. And maybe even inspire me, guys. You know how many times I've been inspired by other outside factors than myself just being a chef alone. So I think, like you said, like this porridge thing, I will try it.
Please.
I literally will try
Please.
it. I never imagined it that way, and I think I'm also just like imagining like other crazy stuff, and then I forget that I go home and there's like this stuff and I must just try it. It's so simple.
Chocolate. Don't we all just love it?
We do.
Please tell us where people can find you, where they can get in contact with you.
Okay, so you can catch me on my mobile number 0774 410 008. I'll repeat that 0774 410 008. So you can catch me on WhatsApp there. You can catch me on my mobile. There's a nice WhatsApp group going. So if you want me to add you to that group, you let me know. You can also catch me on Instagram at the Chef Life of Shingi. That's my handle. And then on Facebook as the OK Chef ZW.
Thank you so much, Chef Shingi, for enlightening us on all the wonderful things chocolate can do for you and your body. But right now, it's 11 o'clock and it's time for the news.
This is Zimpe.